I'm Biojada Dangranger. I'm a game designer on For Honor at Montreal Ubisoft.
Cool. We just played For Honor a bit and awesome.
You liked it?
Yeah, really. I've just seen it and I've seen the presentation on E3 was time, so I was really like, you didn't get that much about what to expect, but now I have a bit of a clue and I liked it.
Since you played, it's better when you got it in your hands.
Yeah. So first of all, we played a game mode that you call Dominion.
Yes, it's Dominion. I've designed it because it's the things I design on For Honor. I'm a game mode designer. So it's a 4v4 multiplayer game. It's an objective-based, very fast mode, very fast pace with a breaking. That's a bit like a sudden death mode, which at the end you really need to group up and execute every single enemy on the opposing team.
Yeah, we thought we had it first, and then, but yeah, we got it together at last in the end. But it's really fun because you are 4v4. Is that all the modes 4v4, or is there in any other?
So we have 5 modes in For Honor. One of them is 1v1 duel, and there's also Brawl. That's a 2v2 duel. We also have 3 modes that are 4v4: Skirmish, Elimination, and Dominion. Dominion is an objective mode, and the 2 other ones are more about death matches and plays on that. But really the reasons why we have 4 players, we've done tests and internal play tests and even live periods with different amounts of players. And since it's a melee game, we tried 6 players, 8 players, 3 on each team, 3 teams. We tried everything, and really the magical number was 4v4 for a bigger team, because it gives you abilities to have strategies and tactics and different variety of heroes, since we have 12 heroes, which ones that you're going to put in your team, but also not to be always ganked at multiple opponents and being able to find a nice 1v1 duel with someone, you know. So really 4-player was the magical number per team for us.
Yeah, so I guess the maps, when you play 1v1, it will be smaller maps, or will it be the same maps that we played on now, or how is the maps comparing to the different modes?
So in 1v1 and 2v2, so Brawl and Duel, you have arenas within the map, so it's restricted to a certain place. And in Duel, you change areas in the map in each round, because Duel is basically a 3 out of 5. So you really have to experiment different areas of the map, and there's lots of things in the environment to look out for, like fire, pits, spikes, even the wall. If you throw someone on the wall, they're going to be staggered, and then you can give a nice hit. So it's really important in those small arenas for the duel to be aware of your surroundings.
I guess also there is a different play style. Throwing people I didn't know if I could, but is there different play style for the different characters of the game? The types like Vikings and so on?
Of course, so the 12 heroes are completely different from one another. They have their own weapon, they have their own sets of armor, they have their own moves and special combos. So they're each like its own character basically. So the 12s are all different, but they're in 4 types. So you have the Vanguards, which are the more well-balanced heroes, that are the one you played, by the way. We have Assassins, we have Heavies, and we have Hybrids. So each of those categories, even if all the heroes within it is very different, they have similarities. Like all the Assassins are very fast-paced, and you don't see their stance until they attack you. So they're very sneaky. The Heavies have good throws, so they can pull someone from someone else and throw him away. Good zoning, you know. So it really depends on the hero you take and his type.
I feel like it's a game with a lot of depth in the tactics and stuff like that, because in the first glance you're like, okay, we go in bashing everything, and that's what we did. But now when you say everything, yeah, of course, you have to look out for everything and know your skills, your opponent's skills and how they look when they play. So that's cool. I guess that means that you have to play all the characters and all the 12 players to know them, also to see what to expect.
Yeah, that's the best, to play them a little bit so you know how to face them. And what is great in For Honor is that each hero has his own progression. So the gear that you unlock that have stats and nice visual, and it XP that unlocks feats, which is the special abilities of a hero, it's all unique to each hero. So you can play with one, level him up a little bit, see if you like him, then try the other ones. They're all unlocked at first. It's really not like someone that you have to pay to get all the heroes. You get everything when you buy For Honor, all the maps, all the heroes, all the modes. So you can try and at least see them and see which ones you like the most. But for me, I have 2 or 3 that I really prefer, and I play with them more, but I tried every one, so I know what to expect. I know that, for example, we have that guy that's a Labringer, he has a big Outblard, you know? And he can take someone and pull him behind him. So if you are his teammate, you take that as an opportunity to just smack him on the ground. It's really great. So the team play, like in a Brawl, which is a 2v2 duel, becomes super important to know what your friend can do as abilities. So it's a big deal.
And can you switch characters under the match, or like if you understand that something is not going that well, can you switch up?
Well, the matches are pretty short in For Honor. We wanted to have something that's fast-paced, so you cannot change heroes within the match, but you can change between each match, and you can also customize your loadout. So the gear that you have and the different feats, which are the special abilities, you can customize them between games. Not within a game, because they're so short, and the team balancing and composition is really important to nail with your friends and make sure that everything is good. But that's only at the advanced play, you know. When you start the game, it's very simple, 3 stances, blocking, attacking. You don't have to go that deep to be able to have fun. It's really accessible, and it's what we try to do as well in the campaign, that's more accessible for people that may be a bit shy about going into multiplayer, because it's still a very high-skilled game in multiplayer. So you can try yourself out in the campaign, even though it's its own story, it's not a tutorial. So a big fleshed out story with 3 factions, you will play with them all in the campaign. And you can also, if you have a hard time in PvP, you can try all the mode against AIs. So you can try the new heroes, try the different moves, and learn the rules of the game against bots.
Yeah, it needs a lot of time practice, but yeah, great. Thanks for having us here.
It was my pleasure.
Thank you.
The world fears us. We are the favored of the gods. We plunder new lands. We raid and we grow strong. We live for battle, ready to die in glory.
Cast away from our land, we are rebuilding. Our hearts are strong, our devotion absolute, and our skill is beyond question. We will be remembered.
We are the guardians of our people. We stand strong against all invaders. Duty is our shield, order our weapon. When we defend the weak, we are immortal.
Relax, my beloved.